And every afternoon, the entire laboratory would go outside to watch the sunset. And I'll never forget, I asked Seiji Nishino, I asked, Emmanuel Mignon. These guys discovered the genes that underlie narcolepsy, and that druggable targets now exist, that drugs exist to treat it. But at the time they said, oh, we do this to entrain our circadian rhythm. And you need to watch the sunrise. So you need to see sun within the first hours of your day. This was mid-90s. And I remember thinking, like, how could that be? And I started reading about it, and the cells that regulate this had not yet been discovered. That was in the early 2000s. Like, we didn't even know which retinal neurons mediated this. But these guys knew this from their own lives and their own practices. And I started realizing, oh, there's a mechanism here. And as more that got discovered, it's like, this changes mood, mental health, metabolism. We now just all take this for granted. But understanding the mechanism behind something, tremendously empowering.
Yeah.
And I share that story because that wasn't but, 25 years ago or so. So what that means is that the things that we think are kind of out there now that are a little bit woo or a lot woo, I guarantee in 10 years, we're going to understand the mechanisms. They'll be called something different or similar or maybe the same, and people will be putting that to work. And it's going to improve mental health in a major way. In other words, the science catches up eventually, but the practices that work need to be talked about.